Namaste Javins, myself Javin Dr. Barkha Khurana. In today's session, we will be discussing about examination of respiratory system, which is important for a physiotherapist also, because before giving chest physiotherapy, we need to examine the respiratory system also. And I hope you will understand this session well, as this session is also important for BPT, BRIT, and it is also for the optometry. So let us start with examination of respiratory system. Now, why we carry out this respiratory system examination? Because we want to know how your respiratory tract and the lungs are functioning. And in today's pandemic, respiratory system is being attacked, and being a therapist, we need to examine it before giving chest physiotherapy. Now, first we'll go for general examination, where we will see the appearance of the patient. We'll see the pallor. Pallor means yellowish discoloration. We'll see cyanosis. Cyanosis means bluish discoloration of the skin. Then one important thing is clubbing of the nails. That means the nail bed is distorted. You can see here in this picture. Then we'll check for venous pulses and lymph node enlargements. The steps involved are inspection, palpation, percussion, and auscultation. In inspection, we will check the shape of the chest. Is it symmetrical or not? We'll check the transverse and anteroposterior diameters. The common abnormalities are kyphosis, scoliosis, barrel-shaped chest, and flattening of the chest. Kyphosis means when the vertebral column is bent. We call it as hunchback also. Scoliosis is when there is S-shaped curve of the vertebral column, and barrel shape means when there is increase in the anteroposterior diameter of the chest. We will check the respiratory rate. The common is 12 to 14 breaths per minute. We will measure the chest expansion, like we will use a measuring tape, and around the nipples we will take that chest, and in healthy adult it is 3 to 5 centimeters. We will check for symmetry of chest expansion. How we will check that? We will place both palms on over the lungs, over the thorax, and we'll ask the patient to breathe. So we will see that the level of the palms are rising equally or not. That means the chest is expanding properly. Then we will check for the movements of the chest wall. Now next is we will go for palpation. Palpation means using our thumb to feel, to check for any kind of pain or swelling. So this is the palpation. For palpation we use our thumb, and we will check for the position of apex, beat, and trachea. What happens in normal subjects? Obviously the trachea is in the midline, and it can be palpated in the suprasternal notch. And the apex beat is usually palpated in the fifth intercostal space within the mid-clavicular line. Now, if there is any kind of displacement in the apex beat and trachea, that means that some alteration has been there in the position of mediastinum. And this alteration can be because of the diseases of heart, lungs, or pleura. See, this is how we place the hands. You can see in the picture to find the symmetry or asymmetry of chest expansion. Then there is vocal fremitus. It means like vibration is detected. We ask the patient to repeat 99 or Anunavaya, and we will place the palm of the hand on the chest and we can feel the vibration. This vibration is vocal fremitus. Now, in the normal healthy adult, The vibrations felt in the corresponding areas on the two sides are equal in intensity. Next is percussion. The middle finger of the left hand is placed on the chest and the middle phalanx is struck with the tip of middle finger of the right hand. So this is the percussion note where we feel the resonance. The resonance sound is produced during percussion. Next is auscultation. In the auscultation, we have also discussed in different session. There are two types of breath sounds, vesicular and bronchial. The vesicular breath sounds originate in larger airways and they are produced when there is passage of air in and out of the normal lung tissues. And they can be heard all over the chest in a normal adult. Here the inspiration is longer than expiration. The inspiratory sound is intense and loud. It's clear. It is low-pitched rustling sound. And there's no gap between inspiration and expiration. These are the features of a normal vesicular breath sound. See, you can see here in asthma, there is prolonged expiration. Then there's the bronchial breath sound, which is produced by passage of air in the trachea and larger bronchi. We can hear it over the trachea in a normal adult. But in diseased or in lung disease, it is heard over the lung, area of the lung that is affected. Like there can be lung collapse also. Here, if we consider the features, the expiration is long as or longer than inspiration. The pitch and sound as expiration is loud. There is gap between inspiration and expiration. Then there is vocal resonance. As I told you before, we'll ask the patient to speak to say 99, and with the help of stethoscope, we will try to hear the vibrations. Now there are added sounds also like rhonchi, crepitations, pleural rub. All these are your abnormal sounds. So this is all in your examination. The detailed session on auscultation of lung sounds is also there. We will be discussing that. And I hope you understood this session. And if you have any doubts, you can post a comment. This session is powered by Digital 2.0 version of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Thank you.